Welcome. This is Ed Perez, and it's going to be my pleasure to teach you folks HRT 2400. And this is a welcome video for both sections O1 and O2. Um, Welcome back to school. Hope your summer break has been good for you and your state of mind. We all need some R&R from the daily requirements of school, lectures, quizzes, tests, and pressure to learn and excel in our goals. The roller coaster COVID-19 just made the foregoing that much harder to endure. So I hope you are recharged with energy and enthusiasm for learning the law. Contrary to popular belief, folks, understanding the law is not that difficult. My goal is to introduce you to legal concepts that will prepare you for a career in hospitality. You will learn a variety of new terms, foreign to your normal conversational vocabulary, and very different from anything in your other classes at Cal Poly. I will try my best to be informative and helpful in your quest to learn the law. I also am an ardent believer that you can learn and have fun doing so. So let's try to do that. So with that, I will say this: chill out, relax, and I'll get you where you need to be. Let's start with the class description. This class will be primarily synchronous, but it will have an asynchronous component. Synchronous means there are live online class sessions. This will permit discussion, Q&A, and relevant spontaneous feedback. It is the best method for teaching, um, in my opinion, online courses. Asynchronous means there will not be an immediate online class session. It's just like this video. I'll be preparing videos along through the semester and giving you information. For example, I'll prepare these YouTube platform. Uh, I'll prepare the videos with the YouTube platform for you students to review at your leisure. And I do it that way because I don't think there's a need to have everything done in a synchronous situation. You have a lot of pressure on you, you have a lot of classes, and so what I do with the video, I give you kind of the key points of the chapter and uh, break you in on that, let you study it when you can, and then we will have a synchronous system shortly thereafter, and you can ask your question that you might have. I'll answer your questions for you. I think it gives you a little bit more flexibility, and for instance, there might be some class sessions that last probably subject matter that lasts at least two sessions, and so we may not have a synchronous um, not video, synchronous meeting um, once a week, but maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on what the situation will be. And so the let's see, the video will provide you with time to study, think about, and try to understand the subject matter on your own. I expect the reading assignments and the videos to generate questions you may have regarding the course material, and the questions you have will be discussed at a subsequent synchronous class session. I just mentioned that, where I will entertain questions and amplify explanations of the video material plus other issues in the chapter not contained in the video. Please email me any questions you have at least 3 days before the live online synchronous session so that I can prepare an answer to each and every person. The live online sessions will be scheduled at the class time posted on Bronco Direct for this class, which is for section 01, 1 to 3:45 p.m. on Mondays, and for section 2, 1 to 3:45 p.m. on Wednesdays. Please be sure to keep that time frame open each week as if you were attending face-to-face class instruction. I think you'll find the combination of the two methods interesting and a very good way to learn the material. Let's talk about the syllabus. Please read the syllabus carefully so you don't have any negative surprises. We will go over the syllabus in the first synchronous class session. This video will highlight the key points of the syllabus for discussion in the synchronous class discussion. They are as follows. Class requirements. Students must read all assignments, be prepared to discuss every topic, and complete any additional assignments I might make from time to time. The following is the most important thing, though. If you diligently keep up with the reading assignments, I assure you the course will not be too difficult. If you fall behind in the assignments, you will quickly become confused and stressed. That will hinder your performance and your understanding of the subject matter. This is probably the single most reason why students do poorly in my class. I will always be available by telephone for answering your questions if relevant synchronous sessions do not answer all your questions. Just email me your questions in advance. 2. Class participation. You have the opportunity to earn up to 10% as an extra credit onto your final grade. You'll receive 2% for attendance at the synchronous sessions and more depending on your degree of participation in those synchronous sessions. Please study the information in the syllabus regarding this issue. Grades. Your course grade will depend on a midterm worth approximately 30% of your grade and a final exam worth approximately 50% of your grade. Unannounced quizzes will be given and will be worth approximately 20% of your grade. Once the foregoing test components are added together, the extra credit percentages you earn will be multiplied against your total test points and added to your total test points. Then that figure, your total test points, with the class participation in it, will be plotted on a class curve, and a final grade will be determined on a class curve. Your final grade will not be determined by a percentage right or wrong answer method. Someone always gets me on this at the end of the semester. They come up with some kind of percentage and say they should have a C, not a T, or something like that. And I emphasize this because of that problem. Please have your questions regarding grades ready at the first synchronous session. Now, grading, folks, is a necessary component of teaching. And I love teaching, but I hate grading. Someone is always disappointed. Work with me to minimize the number of students who get disappointed with their grades. That means you. I would like that number to be 0, 0. And we can do that. I've had classes where I've had no grades under a C. And that's really, I think, a good achievement for all of us. I would like that to happen. I'll help you get there, but you got to come to me for help, and we'll get you there. Now, let's talk a little bit about the course schedule. The textbook has 15 chapters, and there are 15 weeks in the semester, so I assign one chapter per week. Not all the chapters are the same length, but the time overall should be just about right to handle all of the chapters assigned. Chapter 1 is about understanding the law and its application. I picked it first because everything flows from the U.S. Constitution: statutory law, administrative law, common law, and executive orders. This chapter also details some of the historical background for our current American jurisprudence. Chapter 2 concerns anatomy of a litigation. I present the basic components of a typical civil lawsuit, from the complaint and answer, to the pleadings, to discovery of relevant evidence, to the trial, and finally through the appellate process. The purpose of this chapter is to familiarize you with the important aspects of a trial. You may logically ask, why should I learn this? If I get sued, I'll just hire an attorney like everyone else. Well, the point is that once you get sued, you, your staff, and your witnesses will have to work with attorneys in order to be successful. You need to know what that commitment entails in time of money, and it's a lot of time and a lot of money that can be put to better business use You'll be in a much better position um, to do all the foregoing once you have studied chapter 2. Let me backtrack a second here. Often, the best business solution, whether you can prove your win in court or not, the best decision might be just to settle it, even if you know you're going to win the case, because it might cost you several $100,000 to win the case. Why do that if you can get a settlement for $10,000 or $15,000? That's the number one goal. Once you get a summons and complaint and you're being sued, it is to find a way to, as soon as possible, settle your case. Now, chapters 3 to 15 are substantive law chapters. That means legal topics such as negligence, contracts, negotiable instruments, and international law are discussed in some detail. You need an understanding of the substantive law in order to function as a business. For example, you'll be involved in negotiating and executing contracts for your business. Therefore, you need to understand contract elements, formation, and consequences for failure to live up to the terms and conditions of a contract. Injuries occur frequently on business premises. Therefore, you need to understand whether the injury was intentional or due to negligence. You need to develop safety programs to minimize costly lawsuits that will occur. And I'll point you in the right direction on that. That's chapters 3 and 4, where we'll discuss torts. Torts means personal injury and includes both intentional torts and negligent torts. The course is intended to be introductory, and we're not going to get you ready for law school. That's not the purpose. It will enable you to understand and recognize a potential legal problem. That way you'll be in a better position to prevent and or respond to a lawsuit or a violation of administrative regulation. It will teach you to understand it and when you need to obtain an attorney. Let me tell you something. Each and every one of you in your lifetime, in your business lifetime, is either going to get sued, be sued, sue somebody, violated an administrative law regulation agencies sometime in your life. And so you need to have this background so you're not afraid of what to face. You know what you're going to face. Also relevant, I intend to teach you what I have learned over my 45 years of legal practice. Finally, it will be my pleasure to ensure you are successfully complete this class. That is my goal, and I want to do it, and with your help, I will do it, and we'll have a good semester. You're going to learn a lot. We'll have fun, and with that, I will leave you. The next video you're going to get a video of chapter 1, which has to do with the Constitution, statutory law, the fundamentals of how we have hospitality, and all the laws that you will be confronted with. And you need to know where they start to appreciate what they really are. And so that's what chapter 1 is all about. And I look forward to preparing that video and discussing it with you in a synchronous session that will follow shortly after that video is released. I will contact you on when that synchronous session is going to be, but like I said earlier, it'll be scheduled in one of those time slots that your class session is for on Bronco Direct. That means HRT 2400-01 is Monday 1 to 3:45. HRT 2400-02 is Wednesday 1 to 3:45 p.m. Okay, I look forward to being with you folks. Bye-bye.